Looking for a great place to purchase Dragon Ball Super product? Look no further than Pro Play Games. They carry a wide array of singles and sealed product at amazing prices. Go to www.pro-playgames.com today. Welcome to the Mafuba Jar. We have sealed you away for more Dragon Ball Super content.
And we got boxes today.
Yeah, we got deck boxes and some loose cards. That's it. That's the video, guys. We'll see you next time. Be sure to like... Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Anyways, thanks to our sponsors over at PPG, ProPlayGames.com, Pro-Playgames.com specifically. Link in the description down below to that. They have sent us these two expansion deck box sets. One of them being Mighty Heroes, the other one being Dark Demon Villains.
Which that name sounds so cool.
It does, I'm not gonna lie. So each of these have 2 deck boxes that go along with them, and they also have 7 cards associated with them as well.
Technically 14.
Technically 14 because even though there are holographic versions, underneath is also a non-holographic one as well. So we're gonna be opening these up. I'm gonna do the Mighty Heroes, and this guy back here is going to do the Dark Demons because his heart is as black as this set. So
he's not wrong, guys. I'm a really messed up person.
Oh man, I just had to say it. I'm sorry. We're going to show you guys what these cards are, what they do, and why they're cool. So I think I will go ahead and go first since I'm already down here behind the camera.
Should I open this while you're doing that?
Yeah, that's fine. So here is the first one. Sorry about that glare there for a second. Give you a little bit closer look here. Unfortunately, because of the way these cards are, the lighting is not the most optimal. I'm going to try to brighten things up a little bit. Maybe that'll help a little bit. But this is the expansion deck for Mighty Heroes. 7 different exclusive cards. And then we also have on the back here, it tells you a little bit more about it. You guys can read it if you want to. It just kind of shows you a little more detailed about what cards there are, and the colors and what kind of card they are. You can see there, you can read that if you want to as well. And of course, the official card game website, dbs-cardgame.com. So let's get this thing opened up. Interested to see what we can get in these. I've taken a quick look at them in the past when I've seen scans posted, but haven't taken an in-depth look. Just trying to figure out where we're going to open this from because they are kind of sealed up. Actually, they're sealed up pretty well.
Very well.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised at how much tape there is. All right, now we can look at them a lot better. So they're in their own little sleeve kind of thing. That's different. All right, so as I said, there is a non-foil version and a foil version of each of these cards. For instance, this is the Psyched Up Gotenks card. We're going to take a look at this non-foil version because it is a little bit easier to read.
That Gotenks is honestly amazing.
Yeah, this is why I'm starting with this one first. Let's adjust our light once again because it's pretty bright. Okay, so first, this is a Union Fusion card. So Sun Goten and Trunks Youth, you can go into it by using 2 green energy and 2 of any color if you want to go that route, or 6 just to put it straight down. And it's got double strike. The auto says when you play this card, if you have a Sun Goten in your drop area, draw 2 cards. If you have a Trunks Youth in your drop area, choose up to 1 opponent's battle card and KO that card. It's got 25,000 power as well, which 25,000 and double strike is still good by itself, but that auto is also really awesome as well. So that's the Psyched Up Gotenks. Where's the Trunks? Ah, here it is. If it wants to come out of the sleeve, there we go. All right. So as I said, once again, both versions, holo and non. So Trunks Link to the Future is a 3-drop with critical. The auto says when you play this card, look at up to 7 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 blue Vegito among them with an energy cost of 8 or less and add it to your hand. Then shuffle your deck. So 15,000 in crit goes right along with the Goku and Vegeta crits as well, being 3 drops. So it goes right alongside of that, and being able to search out a blue Vegito as well.
Pretty good. Like, that's also another pretty good card from that.
Yeah, I think so. And then, now these are all connected. All right, we're going to take these out one at a time. We're going to start with Vegeta. So here's the holo version. These are the same holo foil pattern as the Judge promos as well, just for those of you who are wondering about that holo foil pattern. So Comrades Combined Vegeta is a 3-drop. It's got a permanent that says if all of your energy is blue, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand and battle area by 1, turning it into a 2-drop for 20,000 power. Pretty strong. not gonna lie. But in a mono blue deck, this is pretty good. Or if you played it, I guess, in Vegito as well. If you could make all of your energy blue with Vegito's effect. Next up, we've got Comrades Combined Son Goku. There's the holo and the non. The 3-drop says, auto, when you play this card, look at up to 7 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 blue Vegeta among them with energy cost of 3 or less and play it in rest mode. Then place the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. Also not bad, actually. Up to 3. With you could search out like the crit Vegeta. You could search out this Vegeta too, if you really wanted to. Not too bad.
Yeah, a couple of these cards, like I said, some of these cards in the hero set are pretty good.
Yeah, they definitely are. Here is the Vegito card that's in here. This is an 8-drop, so Trunks can search this card out, since it is a blue Vegito. There's only one other blue Vegito, right?
Yes, it's
the promo.
The tournament pack promo Vegeta.
That's what I thought. So, it can search this card out here too. Again, Union Potara, if you have Goku and Vegeta, you can evolve this for 2 blue energy and 3 of any other, or...
For 5.
Yeah, for 5.
That's not terrible.
It's really not. Or you can play the 8, which is pretty bad on its own.
Yeah, like usually Potara only reduces it by like 2, so the ones that reduce it by 3 are pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I mean this is almost as well. This is not quite as big of a reduction as the other Vegito. That one's blue, isn't? No, that one's red, isn't it? Or is that blue?
You're talking about the secret row, right?
Yeah.
It's blue.
Okay.
But to use the Union Potara, you need to pay red energy.
Yeah, it's blue, but you need to play 5 red energy. So that one reduces it by 5. That's the only other one that has a big drop like that.
I mean, the Zamasu one has a pretty big drop too. It goes from 10 to 7.
Yeah, that's true too.
It's nice to have it reduced by 3.
It is. So this card is actually really interesting too. It's got dual attack and critical.
Which, that alone is pretty good.
Yes, that is. The auto says, when this card attacks twice in the same turn, it gains double strike for the duration of the turn. So, in other words, when you attack the first time, you're attacking for critical single, not double. Then when you attack again, you're attacking double strike critical.
So, it's almost like a built-in triple strike for the turn.
It is. It's like a built-in.
It's all critical.
Yeah, everything is critical. So if they negate your first attack, the next one you do is going to be double strike crit.
Because it just says you have to attack. Like, even if it's negate, you still attacked.
Exactly. So that's pretty good, actually. I like that card quite a bit. Next up.
Only thing that I hate about it is that it's a 30,000, not 25.
Yeah, that's the only other thing that kind of sucks.
Because if it was 25, you'd be able to search it off the 5-drop Vegeta Mill.
Right.
Then to just evolve into it immediately, and then you're going for like... You know what? That would have been broken, honestly.
Yeah, it would be.
Not broken, but close.
Close. Unified Spirit Trunks. Activate main. Return this card to its owner's hand. Auto, when this card attacks, you may reveal 1 Son Goten from your hand. If you do, choose up to 1 opponent's battle card with an energy cost of 3 or less and KO that card. This is a 3-drop, so that's pretty darn good. If you have Son Goten in your hand, you can KO an opponent's battle card with 3 or less. Pretty good. And then there's the holo version of that. And the other half of that, if you didn't notice that they were doing the fusion dance here, now you can really see it. So this is the Unified Spirit Son Goten. There's the holo foil pattern on that one. And the non-foil one here as well. Its activate main says, return this card to its owner's hand. Auto, when this card attacks, look up to 7 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 Trunks Youth among them with 15,000 or less power and add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. So they basically work to help each other out, I guess, which makes sense because, well, the artwork even goes together, so why wouldn't they? All right, so that's everything in the Heroes one. So I will let you go ahead and show the deck box. Aha! Gotta show the deck box. All right, so we got Vegito Blue, Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks. And of course, Dragon Ball Super card game on the bottom there. Glad to finally have a deck box that's related to Dragon Ball Super. It took us forever to get the mat. So I'm glad we finally have something to show for Super other than just a mat. And it is a Velcro. And inside there is 1 divider card.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent deck box too, like
Goku and Vegeta. Yeah, it is.
Like, it doesn't feel like it's made like completely cheaply.
No, not completely. And then we got Gotenks there as well. Yeah, I mean, it's right alongside of some of the ones that you see for Pokemon, I think. So,
yeah,
not too bad.
I mean, it's not the best quality, obviously, but at the same time, the fact that it's not the worst quality either is pretty good because sometimes with these card game products that come with deck boxes, they're like the worst deck boxes you've ever seen.
Yeah, or you get like, remember the pre-release deck boxes that we had for Pokemon that were made out of cardboard?
I mean, yeah, I remember those. Those were horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of cardboard too, but it's better than that.
It's a very thin plastic.
Yep.
Still
So
better than
I'm gonna go over the deck box here first. So you can see we have Mira right there. We have Xeno Trunks. We have one of the Demon Majins. We got Toa. And when we open it up, we have Bardock. I mean the Masked Saiyan, who no one knows who this is.
Even I know. That says something.
Actually, not one of us have ever played Xenoverse. I actually just got Xenoverse for Christmas, and I'm just now starting it. It's not because I didn't want to play, it's just because I have the time to. Alright, and we have a divider here of Supreme Kind, the other Demon Majin. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at the cards here. I kind of put them in a weird little order here. Let's look at the Supreme Kai Time one, which honestly might be one of the better of the black cards here. Because it's a 2-drop, and what the black means, since this is a new thing, you see how there's no color orbs there. Because for black, you could pay any energy to play it. So, just so we could get that out of the way.
Yep.
Black, since there's no orbs here, means you could pay any energy whatsoever. So black is kind of like the colorless thing that you could splash into any deck. Alright, so first off here we have Supreme Kai Supreme Kai of Time Continue Keeper. And then the auto is when you play this card, choose up to one black battle card with an energy cost of 5 or less from your deck and set it to your warp and shuffle your deck. Then at the beginning of your next turn, if this card is still in play in your battle area, you get to add that card from your warp to your hand. So and what the warp is basically your banish zone. For anyone else who's familiar with the banish or whatever. That's basically what that is. And this card right here, I see having a lot of versatility, especially in God decks like Beerus, Zamasu, and Goku Black, because Supreme Kai Time is indeed a god, and Gowasu, I believe, could search this, because I don't believe Gowasu is color specific.
No, it says just as long as there's a god.
Yep. So Gowasu could definitely search her out, so definitely very versatile in those decks. And the fact that it's 5 or lower, and especially since it's a 2-drop, which, yes, I know there are ways to get rid of lower drop cards early on in the game, just not that many. Like the most common ways to pop cards are like Gohan, Kale, stuff with high energy costs that you don't see till later on. So basically, unless they play like a Goten combo card, which not all decks do, you're most likely to keep this card for at least a turn. Just don't attack with it. Which is pretty simple there. Alright. Next up here is Time Patrol Trunks, foil and non-foil. And this is where we're going to start getting into one of the new mechanics here of Overwhelm. So, what Overwhelm is see right here, Overwhelm, and it has 3 right there. And what that means is if you have at least 3 cards in your drop area, you can play this card by setting all cards in your drop area to your warp, instead of paying the energy, I believe. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Alright. So instead of paying 3 energy, you could just banish all of your, or send all of your cards from your drop to your warp if you have at least 3 in there, and you can play this instead. But at the end of your turn, you send this card to warp if you used it with Overwhelm. So, little bit of a drawback, but not that big. And its auto is when you play this card using Overwhelm, you look at 2 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to one of them, and add it to your hand, then place the remaining cards on the top or bottom of the deck in any order. So it's a really good way to search stuff. Even though it's only the top 2, you can pick any card you find there. So, may not seem that good at first glance, but when you realize, oh wow, any card. So it could be like any card you need to help advance the game, or to get you out of a bad spot. Instead you play it with Overwhelm, you didn't waste any energy on this guy. So, pretty good. And something else that I want to mention about this Trunks, which I thought was kind of interesting. The character right here says Trunks Xeno. Which, even though this is the exact same future Trunks, if I'm correct. Again, I haven't actually played Xenoverse yet. I'm working on it right now, so if I'm wrong, forgive me. But I just thought it was kind of funny that he's known as Trunks Xeno when I believe it's the same future Trunks. Which, even though to me it's a little weird, I'm actually really glad it's like this, because if this was future Trunks, then it would be kind of busted, because you could play this with Overwhelm, then evolve into one of the evolved future Trunks cards we have and just keep them on there. on top of using the auto. So I'm glad they made a Trunks Xeno, even if he is still Future Trunks. If he's not, then makes perfect sense. Alright, so now we're going to start getting into some of the baddies here. We have Bardock Saiyan, the Mysterious Warrior. Come on, even I know it. Man, like, there's not even mistaking him for Goku because of this armor. Like, come on. Alright, so this one is a 5-drop. It's Overwhelm is 5, and you still have to pay 1 energy to activate it. So, you still have to have at least 5 cards in your war, pay 1 energy, then banish everything else. And he has double strike and 20,000, so that's not too terrible. And when you play this card using Overwhelm, you choose any number of your opponent's battle cards that do not have blocker, for which the total adds up to 5 or less, and send them to their warp. So it's basically Kale, but instead of popping them, it Spanishes them, which is really, really cool. Another definitely versatile card as well. I mean, it kind of stinks that it doesn't count for the blockers, but really, how often do you see blockers in this game right now? So, other than that, there's not really too much else to say about the Mass Bardock, but, you know, why? Bardock. Even us guys who don't even play Xenoverse know this is Bardock. Why call him the Mass Saiyan? Like, really? Alright, so now let's get into more of the demon baddies here. We have Time Ruler Toa, a 4-drop or Overwhelm 4. So you guys get the pattern here with Overwhelm. And her auto is when you play this card with Overwhelm, you choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 2 or less and gain control of it permanently. So that's kind of interesting. But what I'm waiting to see for a ruling on is this with the Miraculous Comeback Gohan. Because the Gohan says as long as your hand is 3 or less in your hand and in the battle area, it's permanently reduced by 4, and it's a 6-drop, so that makes it 2. So does that mean if your opponent has 3 or less cards in their hand, can you take control of Gohan with Toa? That's actually something I'm not sure of, but something I'm pretty sure that the DBS card game website will be clarifying soon.
Yeah, I'm sure. They're gonna have to.
Yeah, because that's a big deal. Because the red Gohan is like one of the best cards competitively right now. So that's definitely a little ruling thing that they're going to clear up with us. Alright. Next up here we have Mira from the Darkness. Overwhelm of 4 or 4-drop. But of course you want to play with Overwhelm. And there's not too much on this one. Basically when you play this guy with Overwhelm, he just gains critical for the turn. 20,000 critical is not terrible. And the fact that you don't have to pay the energy, you just banish instead, it's pretty decent. Pretty decent to help go for game. And last up here we have the Majin Twin Demons. We have Majin Twin Haru Haru, which is a 2-drop. There is no Overwhelm with this. And when you play this card, if your leader is red or blue, place up to 2 cards from the top of your deck into the drop area, which for some decks that can actually help out a lot, like Vegito. Like, I could definitely see this being played in Vegito, because it says red or blue, and Vegito is a red. So, I definitely see a lot of synergy with this.
Yeah.
And its other auto is when his card attacks, it gains 5,000 power for the turn. So, basically it's a 10,000, but when an attack is 15, so that's not too bad, actually. And discards too, so not only does that help decks like Vegito, but it also helps your cards that have Overwhelm to be able to activate a little easier. And last but not least, we have Majin Twin Shun Shun. It is a blocker, and when you play this card, if your leader card is green or yellow, you place 2 cards from the top of your deck in the drop area. So it's another thing to really help Overwhelm, but it's merely just a 5,000 blocker. And like how Professor said that there was a little bit of a piece there with the Goten and Trunks, I actually looked at the back of this, and there's actually a little piece with these two as well. Like, as you can see, well, it doesn't really show too well here. And hand me the back of the box.
What box?
Of my box. But as you can see, they're kind of meant to be clashing together, energy orbs. Like see, perfect. Like, it doesn't match well in the cards here, but I saw the back. Gonna lift up the camera here for a second. And you get to see them all just clashing, like, especially the Trunks and the Green Majin, which I thought was pretty neat. It's a shame that we can't fully mimic it with the cards, but that's alright. Completely alright. Alright, guys, so that does it for the Dark Demon Villain side of the box.
You have a deck box?
Yes, I did. That was the first thing I showed.
Good. I had to walk away for a second. All right, guys. Well, that's like I said, that's going to do it for these expansion deck box sets. If you want to purchase one for yourself, check out, of course, pro-playgames.com. They've got some really good deals on these things, and I know that they are probably one of the biggest buyers of this so far. I think he told me they bought like 1,000 of these.
What?
Yeah. And I also heard, by the way, of course, this is an unconfirmed thing, but it basically is based off of who it was that told me. So pretty much I've been told that these are a one-time print run set only. So if I were you, I would grab them. Even if they're not just one print run, they're still worth grabbing.
Right.
But, from what I'm understanding, I believe it.
I mean, here's the thing. Even if that rumor isn't true, a lot of places are starting to slow down with stocking Dragon Ball Super in general, so.
I wonder why that is.
I'm not sure either.
It is a little strange.
So regardless, I would definitely pick these up as quick as you can, guys.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. All right, well, that is going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and of course, like I said, check out pro-playgames.com. They've got a lot of other great stuff besides these particular boxes, so definitely check them out for that. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe for more content here on the Dragon Ball Super channel known as the Mafuba Jar.
And you are now released.